Hello, and thank you for joining this session where we're going to be talking about our MSc in Renewable Energy Engineering in the Department of Mechanical Engineering. My name's Tina and I'm from the Marketing Department at Brunel, and I'm joined today by Dr. Ali Badiei, who is the Course Director of Renewable Energy Engineering MSc. So welcome, Ali. Would you like to kick off by just giving us a brief summary of your academic background?
Certainly. I am Ali Badiei. I am a senior lecturer in building services and renewable energy, and I'm the course director for MSc Renewable Energy Engineering. My research background is in building integrated renewable energy technologies and building energy efficiency. And throughout years, I have worked in the UK and in China on numerous research projects funded by UK and European funding bodies.
Great, thanks. And so this particular course, how long has it been running and what's the main aim of it?
Well, the MSc Renewable Energy Engineering has been running for a good 10 years now. And its key aim is to train the next generation of skilled workforce for fast developing and fast expanding renewable energy market.
I see. And so it's been going for 10 years. So how do you keep it completely up to date in terms of the job market and the technology?
Well, we work closely with the accrediting bodies here in the UK. The course is actually accredited by 3 key professional bodies, which make sure that standards are updated regularly. So we comply with those standards. But on top of that, we work closely with the employers, key employers here in the UK, to make sure we are giving our students all the skills they need for the fast changing job market out there.
And do you meet with them regularly, the employers?
Absolutely. As part of the course, we, as a matter of fact, invite industry experts and external lecturers to come and teach in our courses, so the students have opportunity of hearing from the industry experts on top of the academics here at Brunel. And that's a regular continuing development part of the course that we take care of every year.
Great. So you do offer some flexibility in the modes of study. Could you please run through the part-time, full-time, January, September?
Certainly. So the course is offered on full-time basis here in London at Brunel campus, where students do 2 semesters of taught modules, 60 credits in semester 1, 60 credits in semester 2, and over the summer they work on their dissertation. But we also offer the course for distance learning students, which happens across 3 years. So each year students take 60 credits, and on their 3rd year they focus on the dissertation. And for the distance learning students, they have access to all the module materials, lecture recordings, and support materials on Brightspace, and they can do their studies in their own times. As a matter of fact, our distance learning students are usually in full-time employment, so we are giving them all the flexibility so that they can complete their degree and get a MSc degree from a prestigious UK university.
Right. So most of your distance learning students are in work. What about your on-campus students? Are they tend to come straight from their undergrad degrees?
There is a mix. We have both students who directly come from undergraduate studies, but there are also mature students who have been working for a while, now taking a break from work to come and do a master with us. And similar to distance learning students, we offer some students a part-time provision where they can attend the campus, but they finish their course on 3 years basis instead of 1 year.
Right.
So it's very flexible. It suits both students and people in full-time jobs.
Great. There's also some flexibility on your entry requirements, isn't there? So I know the classic requirement is a 2-2, for example, in engineering, but there is sometimes work experience is taken into account.
That is correct.
Do you have any examples of that?
Yes, in terms of the individuals who have been in the industry for a while, so we review their relevant experience on individual basis. One example would be a student which didn't necessarily have renewable energy engineering background, but have been in the industry and has been worked in the renewable energy industry for a while. So we looked at their experience. They had over 3 years of related experience. and they were very qualified to be part of this course. So I know a 2-2 is a standard requirement, but if you don't have that or you have any other type of qualifications, you still can apply and we will assess your experiences accordingly.
Okay, good to know. It's worth saying also at this point that very often there are scholarships that can be applied for with this course. So if you're thinking of making an application, please have a look at the scholarships page on the Brunel website. It's not possible to run through them here because at the time of recording, they haven't yet been announced for the next academic year. But if you are thinking of making an application, please do check because there may be some that you may be eligible to apply for. So now let's move on to talk about the content of the course. Could you give us a sort of top-line run-through of the modules that you teach?
Certainly. So the contents for both full-time students and distance learning students are similar. So full-time students do 4 modules in their first semester, 4 in their second semester, and dissertation over summer, whereas distance learning students do 4 modules on their first year of studies, 4 on second, and dissertation in their third year. The first semester for full-time students or the first year for distance learning students comprise of energy technology modules, which focuses on wind, hydroelectricity, solar PV, solar thermal, and geothermal energy technologies. And all of that is complemented by a power generation from renewable energy technologies module, which forms the 60 credit 4-module basis of semester 1 or year 1 for distance learning students. Semester 2 for full-time students, or year 2 for distance learning students start with an environmental legislation module, which focuses on the compliance area here in the UK, an energy conversion technology module, a renewable energy systems for built environment, and principles of heat and mass transfer for students. And following that, the only remaining module will be dissertation, which is worth 60 credits. And for full-time students, it takes place over summer. For distance learning students, it happens in their third year of study.
Yes. Can you give us some interesting topics that have been submitted recently for dissertations?
Well, the module is very diverse in terms of the application of renewable energy technologies. So because we are giving students all the knowledge they need in terms of technology, they can apply it to different contexts. So there have been dissertations around the use of solar panels in agriculture sector. There have been dissertations about using solar panels, solar PV, and batteries within buildings, whether residential or commercial. But also there has been industrial applications for renewable energy technologies. Industrial heat development or crop drying, for example, have been very popular among students.
Oh, right. Interesting. And can you describe a typical week for the on-campus full-time students? How do they divide their time in terms of lab, taught, private study?
So like any MSc we offer, it is quite an intense program of delivery in terms of teaching. So usually students attend lectures 4 days a week, and they have 1 day for their private studies. For this course, usually it is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Fridays where students attend lectures, and on Thursdays they get some free time to do their own study. And usually each day is allocated to a certain module. So for example, on Mondays when a student arrives, all they would do would be around a certain module. And the next day they will do another module and the other module.
So it's a day per module, basically.
That's correct. Yeah.
Great. And you touched on it earlier, accreditations. Could you just mention who the accrediting bodies are and what the benefits that gives to both home and international students?
Of course. This might be one of the very few renewable energy engineering courses in the country that is accredited by 3 different professional bodies. So the main one that we see as a home for this course is the Energy Institute. The second one is Institution of Mechanical Engineers, IMechE. And the third one is the Chartered Institution of Building Services Engineers, or CIBSE. And because the course is accredited by all 3, so students can become a student member of all 3 of these professional bodies and start their route towards chartership and more advanced levels of membership with these bodies.
Right. And all three of them are recognised globally for students who then go
Absolutely,
and work.
in the UK and overseas, yes.
Yes, great. And finally, can we move on to some career outcomes that you could describe to us? What have recent students gone on to do?
Well, because we are equipping our students with a diverse set of skills, they will have a diverse set of opportunities when it comes to finding the right job for themselves. So students are highly employable following graduation from this course. They can choose to work on renewable energy projects, whether that's onshore or offshore wind, solar farms, hydroelectricity plants, or green hydrogen plants. They can also work in UK or international construction companies to focus on sustainability and energy efficiency aspects. And of course, they can always choose to do a PhD in a UK or an international higher education institute as well.
I mean, I'm assuming that there are a lot of job opportunities in this area. Is that right?
Absolutely. It has never been better with the expansion in the renewable energy market. Our students quite conveniently land their dream jobs following their graduation.
And you've got the political wind behind you as well, haven't you?
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay, well, those are the main questions that prospective students ask us. So we've covered all of those. But if you're watching and you'd like to make an application and there's something that we haven't covered, please send us an email to our inquiries inbox. And the address will come up on the screen. It's enquiries@brunel.ac.uk. And if you mention Renewable Energy Engineering, MSc, in the email, it will get forwarded directly to Ali, and who will reply to you. Okay, but in the meantime, thanks very much for watching, and thanks, Ali, for joining me.